Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Big day, many movements, many things to say. Big bomb coming from Germany, England, and so let's jump into it together. Hey guys, time is running out and you know what that means. Every club is racing to add to their squad before the window closes. The final days, guys. And so after this week, no more deals can be made until next year. That's football, the window closes and that's it. But now with crypto, it's completely different story. You can continue trading and investing in real time, 24/7, 7 days a week, all year round. But you need a platform that can keep up. And so here we go. That's Kraken. It's the platform I trust and I'm not alone. 15 million people worldwide are using Kraken. Security is what they are known for. Their industry-leading security standards give the investors the confidence to invest securely. So guys, it's not just about crypto anymore. You can invest in more than 400 crypto assets, stable coins, and even send instant payments anywhere with Kraken. So the versatility is fantastic. 14 years of trust, billions of trades completed, and still one of the easiest place to invest. You can go to kraken.com/Fabrizio today and get Kraken. This is the opportunity, guys. And so now, ready for the video. Here we go. And here we are, guys. As soon as we restart our video, it's always important to mention the timing, because during the transfer window, things can change in 5 seconds, especially in the final days. And so it's 8 p.m. here in Italy, and the big story is coming out of England and Germany. First reported by Daily Mail, we can confirm an information about Nick Woltemade, but let me start from, here we go for Nottingham Forest, Nicolò Savona, right back from Juventus, deal done. So after Douglas Luiz, Nottingham Forest also signed Nicolò Savona, agreement done for 15 million euros. Savona on his way to England tomorrow for medical test and contract signing. Rasmus, Højlund on the verge of leaving Manchester United, agreement done between the two clubs already 2 days ago, as I told you, loan with obligation to buy. The deal is going to be around 45 million euros total package. They are fixing something on the player side, and then Rasmus Højlund will be ready to travel for medical test and contract signing as new Napoli player. So one more outgoing is happening for Manchester United, and it's obviously an important news. Don't forget Antony. Don't forget Antony. Don't forget Antony, because Betis are in constant contact with Manchester United to sign Antony, to bring him back to the club. Negotiations underway again tonight, and so Antony Betis is very hot deal and could happen very soon. So Man United working hard on the outgoings, waiting to understand what's going to happen also with Senne Lammens as new goalkeeper. This remains an important topic for Manchester United, because they want to bring in the Belgian goalkeeper. The conversation is ongoing, and so we will be following all the next steps of this story. But the big bomb of the evening, of the night, is from Newcastle. Reported by the Daily Mail, we can confirm it's a here we go. Nick Woltemade, the German striker who did a fantastic Euro Under-21, who did a fantastic second part of the season with Stuttgart, top target of Bayern for the whole summer, but then they said, okay, no, we can't do it, because Bayern offered 35, 45, 55 million euros, then everything rejected by Stuttgart, deal off. Stuttgart quite relaxed about Nick Woltemade staying at the club, thinking about a new contract, and then Newcastle appear. Newcastle with a secret mission made by the recruitment team in Germany to close the deal in 24 hours with a record deal, 85 million euros. Yes, 85 million euros for Nick Woltemade, long-term contract for the German striker who said yes to Newcastle. Champions League football, Premier League, big opportunity to be a superstar. And so Woltemade, the German striker, leaves Stuttgart, leaves Bundesliga. He's not going to Bayern. He was a top target for them, and he's going to Newcastle United. So a very shocking instant transfer in 24 hours. Everything completed. The player tomorrow, Friday, on his way for medical test and contract signing. And so Nick Woltemade, the big surprise of the last 24 hours. What does it mean, guys? That Newcastle obviously needed 2 strikers. We spent basically the whole summer mentioning that. But this kind of transfer, this kind of money, this kind of big name, this kind of top striker, because Woltemade could be the new Isak in terms of investment. I think, on a personal opinion, this is not a Newcastle message at all. It's just my personal view. But when Newcastle signed Alexander Isak from Real Sociedad, the kind of striker was like this. Very talented, very good, very tall, quality. So probably the deal is very similar when you bring this kind of top striker, top talent, big development ahead. And so keep an eye on this one, because now Woltemade to Newcastle, and we expect one more. Let's see what happens with Vissa and with other candidates, could open the doors for Alexander Isak to join Liverpool. I spent the recent months, weeks, days, but also hours, in the last 24, 48 hours, telling you how Isak was keep pushing to go to Liverpool, and that remains the case. Liverpool knows that Isak spent the whole days telling Newcastle, I'm not staying, I'm not going to train, I'm not going to play. I want to go to Liverpool. I'm not going to sign a new contract. Newcastle tried in every way, including release clauses for 2026, lower than the price that Liverpool want to pay now. So Newcastle were trying every kind of solution to keep the player at the club. Not possible. Isak only wants to go to Liverpool, and now with Woltemade going to Newcastle and with the opportunity to bring a new striker, I will be really careful on that story, because Liverpool are still there. Liverpool are still fighting. Liverpool are still working on a deal to sign Nick Woltemade as new striker. To sign Alexander Isak as new striker, with Nick Woltemade going to Newcastle. So that remains the story. That remains the point. So now, guys, let's follow also the situation regarding another big topic of the transfer window, and this Xavi Simons. For Xavi Simons, there is a battle ongoing in London, and it's between Chelsea and Tottenham for Xavi Simons. What's going on as of tonight? The player is in London, authorized by Red Bull Leipzig to go to London and to fix his future. The player is with his camp, deciding what he wants to do. Because on one side, we have Chelsea, advanced talks with Leipzig, and also an agreement in place with the player since July. So Chelsea have that kind of story. On the other side, Tottenham, going very aggressive, going very strong. They are discussing with Red Bull Leipzig, official conversations. So working hard to get a deal done on player side. On club side with Red Bull Leipzig, and Leipzig are very happy with this opportunity. It reminds of the Šeško story with Man United and Newcastle. You have two clubs to the table, so it's a very good situation for Red Bull Leipzig. Now, they are also talking, Tottenham to Xavi Simons, to make sure that the player can agree on personal terms. Why? Because Xavi Simons, end of June, July, August, always indicated his desire to go to Chelsea. So Tottenham would need to do something important to convince the player to get the green light and bring Xavi Simons to Tottenham Hotspur. So let's see what happens on player side. I think the crucial part of this story is once again player side. Similar to Šeško. Is the player now who has to decide, go to Chelsea or go to Tottenham. So let's follow the situation. Again, Chelsea have not left the table, from what I am told. Tottenham are pushing a lot today. They are talking to Red Bull Leipzig. They are trying to understand the transfer fee, and it's not going to be a problem in terms of investment. But the player side is going to be important. And so Chelsea are still there. Chelsea have already an agreement with the player. Now Xavi Simons is also waiting to see if Chelsea are willing to pay what is needed to close this deal, because Tottenham would be ready to pay what is needed. But Chelsea have an agreement with the player, and now they have to understand what Xavi wants to do, if he wants to open doors to Tottenham and go to Tottenham, or if Chelsea can reach an agreement with Leipzig. So a crazy story taking place in London with the player there. So let's follow the situation, let's follow all the latest on that story, but for sure it's going to be a very interesting one to follow in the next hours. So stay tuned. Wanted to close the video with a confirmation, and it's about Rodrygo Goes, who right after the Champions League draw, you can find on my accounts all the draw details for your favorite team to follow. Well, you can see also Rodrygo Goes posting in a very clear way, por la 16ª. Let's go for the 16th Champions League title. And so the message from Rodrygo is clear. It's a way to say, I'm staying at Real Madrid. Rodrygo, who was in the list of Manchester City, but the Savinho deal is not happening, we know that, and so Rodrygo is not going to Manchester City. Many people spoke during the summer about Liverpool, about Arsenal, about many clubs. That was never close, never concrete. Rodrygo is more than happy to stay at Real Madrid, fight for his place, go for titles, and again, show his love for Real Madrid, because Rodrygo always say that in public, but I can guarantee that also in private, the sentiment of Rodrygo for Real Madrid is really strong, and it was a factor also on this story. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories, as always here on the channel to keep you posted. Remember to comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, every day many content here on the channel as always. See you soon with Fabrizio Romano.